people? And today we're breaking down film on Jonah Savaiinaea, Miami Dolphins left guard, number 72, his first action in a Dolphins uniform, preseason week 1. Very excited to finally have some new film to go over. Jonah, in this game specifically, showed some ups and downs, but I think when it comes to preseason, what we got to look at is its process over results. The end results don't necessarily matter. You want to see how they sort of fit into this scheme, the process of it, looking at maybe individual traits and how that will translate into the regular season. Jonah had some good film. You definitely saw the flashes. Overall, wasn't a great game, but that's not the end all be all. We saw last year with some of the Dolphins rookies, they struggled during the preseason. We're able to put things together. This is a learning experience. And for me, this kind of like confirms what I already thought about Jonah. There's going to be some, rookie struggles, but overall will be an upgrade at what you saw last year at the position. And I think he'll continue to get better as the season gets on. And by the end of the season, will be considered like a pretty solid starter. And then in like year 2 is where I could see like a potential breakout because he's got the work ethic for it. It's all been talked about. He's got so much physical capability. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. It really helps out with the algorithm and all that. I'm trying to, blow up this year. If you guys want early access to these videos, I'm going to have a lot of film breakdowns out this week. Join as a member or, just keep an eye out for those. So let's get into this. First play, left guard. This is the type of play in the running game because I thought he looked better in pass pro overall in this game. Not like crazy amount better, but pass pro is probably where I feel more comfortable with him as of now. Run game, he has so much potential. And this is like where you kind of see it. On the backside of an outside zone, in practice, it's been talked about him creating some movement. I think his biggest problem in this game was staying attached on blockers. Like you could clearly see he was more focused on like angles, getting to his spot than maybe like hand placement, hand strike. He can work on a lot of that stuff. But I think he's close. I think he did a good job playing under control. You can just see him fire off the ball here and basically, get that guy down the line of scrimmage, work, attack that low hip, work the combo with Brunskill. Does a really good job. You just want to really work these guys horizontally, fire off the ball. I think you can see that fire like stays low, explodes off the ball. Good bend in his lower half right there. And he's moving. Like, look at how like good he's moving there. And now once he gets controlled, he completely flattens him out here, and then Wright's able to work off the back of it. And this would have looked even more cleanly if Fede was able to get more of a clean block there. This is a really good job by Jonah in this situation. Helped, spring off the back of him to get this touchdown for Jalen Wright down in the red area. Was probably his biggest play of the game. Very, definitely the flash that you want to see and something you just want to see more consistently. Because I would say the rest of the run game stuff, you can see the athleticism. You can see like how he would fit into what they want to do. And we'll break down the things that he needs to work on once we get to those plays. Here, I would say was another area he did pretty well in. Like, he didn't face many stunts, but he clearly was like, he did a good job staying under control and playing with like pretty heads up. So like Dolphins love to jump set. He instantly jump sets this 3-tech right away, in control of the situation. Pretty good like placement, timing, good knee bend, playing with a good base initially, is in control, giving Zach Wilson a good pocket. And then now once he passes this off to the left tackle, he's able to find the looper late and just stick in front of it the whole time, kind of redirect with his lower half. I think he's got good redirection there, pretty good recovery ability. And then your quarterback to find and get to like a third different read. Works a really good combo here with Patrick Paul. Great job from Paul. Honestly, Paul is kind of like the main part of this play, him attacking that low hip. You can see the power that just the combination that these two can potentially do. Like, look what they do to this 3 technique and just toss him out the club. Because boom, like Paul comes in and Jonah kind of squares him up initially. But you can see once he gets the connection there with Paul, he feels it. He also goes with the torque and then throws him out of the way. Boom. And he goes for the finish too. Love that because he could potentially, maybe get back up and at least trip up Achane here if these guys squeeze these run lanes, but he goes to finish it. So I love those reps specifically from Jonah. Definitely some of my favorite plays. Great job working that stuff with Paul. Those are types of plays that I think can get you excited for the future. Here's one too, like just the redirection, initially jump setting in pass pro. This is where I feel pretty comfortable with him. I think he stays very under control. I would say I would be like when he played tackle in college, I had some concerns at times with pass pro stuff. I think in the Dolphin system and playing guard, I don't think will be as big of a deal, especially when Tua is at quarterback, because you maybe saw more of the issues when Zach Wilson was in there because Wilson is, holding onto the ball way longer. So this is something that I'm not super concerned with. I think, Jonah's hand strike and timing is a little more consistent there. He can still get better, but it is something I feel more comfortable with in pass pro. Does a good job resetting, redirecting with his feet, staying with it long enough, giving Tua enough time. Here's another one where you can see him being under control, jump setting, getting isolated one-on-one with this defensive tackle. And this is one where, like, I love the reset there with his hands because he's got his hands wide, like outside that shoulder pad, but he resets that hand. Look at him refit it underneath, get it inside the chest plate. Now he's able to control and sustain. He actually gets attached to him and gets tight, kind of brings his hips into it as well. That's what you want to see technique-wise out of Jonah. Because we'll get to some of these other plays. Like, we started with a lot of the positive, and then we'll see some more of like the negatives. Like, this was probably his biggest whiff down in the red zone. This was on the 3rd and goal run on the first drive. Jonah kind of just fires off the ball. I think this is one of the plays where, like, maybe he seemed a little bit lost. Like, he kind of maybe expected 94 to square him up, or like he was peaking to 36 or something. I'm not exactly sure what Jonah saw in his mindset. Like, he was definitely supposed to get, basically a square up on 94 and just kind of block him out. But he's able to swim around. Jonah doesn't get hands on him. I just feel like he wasn't super focused on getting latched on in the run game, and that's something I saw at times be inconsistent in college as well. I just want to see, because he's got the athleticism, he's got the power as well. It's maybe more of like a mindset thing with him at times and just being consistent, but I think he's going to get there eventually. Here's another one. You see some maybe redirection. The guy kind of crosses his face, gets a little bit overset. A lot of room to work with here, to be fair. Like, they're sliding away from him, so they are giving him a tough battle with 91. He crosses his face. You can see him open up that hip with, like, his toe pointing to get back across and, at least get him out of the way for Tua to deliver a strike over to Taj. So, like, this is, like, don't want to give up too much space there, but it does show at least the athleticism and ability to redirect. So, like, a lot of these plays have, like, good and bad. Like, there's positive takeaways. Like, right here, this is, like, pretty good definition of, like, he gets the job done with what he wants to do with 91. He has the leverage advantage on the backside of, these outside zone concepts. He's able to fire off the ball and get where he wants to, but he's got to latch on. I feel like he's so focused on getting the angle and getting where he needs to be that instead of, like, getting hands on, like, if you look at a lot of the other guys, like, they're kind of trying to do their job, but they're also still, like, latching on, getting hands at least around the shoulder pad area, getting hands to chest. Jonah needs to start getting his hands, like, and picked off. And if he is in the spot right here and he doesn't have hands on, now you need to flip your hips, which he tries to do. I feel like he loses his balance a little bit, which was the problem. Right there, he kind of loses a little bit of balance. He's got to flip his hips and cut off. If he flips his hips and cut off, it's an ideal rep. He still gets the job done because now he's taken him out of the play just with, like, the instant cutoff. But he kind of loses him. HN hits the cutback. He never gets in the play, so, like, the job was done effectively. But I would like to see his process in that situation be a little bit better from Jonah. Here's another one where, like, you see exactly what you want. The athleticism to fire out. Like, this is basically head up on the tackle. This guy's basically playing as like a 4-eye, even almost straight up just head up with the left tackle. And he's able to get out there. Like, on the jet sweep, you can see him, that initial step, he opens up, able to fire off the ball, get off the ball laterally well. And he gets where he wants to be. His hat is across. Like, he does his job initially. This actually would probably be a pretty good gain if they had a body on 25 or, like, the corner maybe got taken out of the play a little bit. His guy does end up getting involved now because he's not able to stay sustained. It is a tough ask for him to stay sustained for this long. He does his job initially there, like, where if this guy was blocked up, it would have been perfectly fine. But, man, just seeing better finish, hand placement in these situations. Because, like, here's another example of it. He starts off the play really well. Cutting off a 3 technique, the athleticism is there. He is able to get his hat across. The initial part of the play done really well. But now that he's here, he kind of, like, see how this tight end is able to cut off. That's the position you want to be in. I mean, Hill could have also played it better. But that's, like, where you want to get to and end up, kind of reach/cut off blocks in these spots. Or at least, like, sustain with your hands. He's not even really trying. Like, you can see, like, that outside hand just, like, comes off. Like, the backside over here, this is, like, more so how you want to look like from what the right tackle is trying to do. It's just those little things from technique, because now the guy is able to break loose of it and get to HN. If he's not there, this actually probably, like, the initial part of the play, really good. Like, right here, if he holds his block for, half a second longer, this could be a really long play, because HN now has to go a little wider, works into the corner. He probably would have taken the step, and it would have been him, Patrick Paul on 36, and he could have been potentially gone. I mean, maybe this guy catches the angle, but it's just those little things. The puller, his play, it doesn't really matter just with what the play call is here, but you can just see the pop that he has as a puller. Puller, look at how the pop that he has on 45 there. Boom, pick him up completely, knock him out of the way. That's another area I think he could be potentially used from Jonah. This one, I like seeing him look for work in pass pro. Nothing too crazy, but he sees, maybe help out his left tackle, kind of push him out of the way. Zach still gets sacked. This one, I think, is the one where he also could have played better. He had another one where he's initially in a good position. Off the ball, guy tries to cross face. He does a good job with that inside hand, kind of stall that, bring his body back across. Now, they kind of run into each other, and I think it kind of throws him off, and he kind of gives up that initial way, and it looks like he gives up the sack. I would mostly... I mean, it's kind of on him. He could definitely finish this play better, but Zach has to step up in the pocket, and he also steps in the pocket too much and shows no pocket awareness because he basically gets himself sacked right here by walking into it, and also the right side of the line loses, which forces him to step up. So I wouldn't say this sack is like necessarily on him, but he could do a better job in those situations. So overall, wouldn't say like if I was grading this game as like a regular season game, wouldn't have been a great game from Jonah, but just from like a preseason lens and it's a rookie in his first action. You can definitely see how he fits into what you want. The flashes from him, the areas he needs to improve, particularly like staying attached, sustaining blocks, hand placement in the run game, finishing in the run game as well. But there's the athleticism can't be denied. I think he's a pretty smart player as well. So we'll see how that translates. Keep an eye out for the next videos. Since the all 22 came out super late today, so I wasn't able to get as many videos done as I wanted. So you'll see, I'll probably do Kenneth Grant next, Taj Washington. I have so many players to do. So, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.